Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
Cappers Nation Live, baby. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. Glad to have everybody here with us. I do apologize for the late start today, but we are here. Matter of fact, I actually just got in the office about, 34 minutes ago, so late start to the day for me, but games have been sent out. My personal plays are out, ready to rock, ready to roll, ready to make some money. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Uh-oh. Jerry's hedging on the shades. We got the shades today. What's going on, everybody? Glad to have everybody here. Chido in the house. Cato in the house. Mr. Nick Rest in the house. Thomas on vacation for 6 days. You lucky dog, you. I've got another day before I depart. But like I said, over Thanksgiving weekend, shows are going to go on as normal. I actually made arrangements to be able to film while I'm away. I'll slip away early in the morning on Thanksgiving and day after, and we'll get the live shows done. Matthew, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Andre, good afternoon. Fast Freddy in the house. Thumbs up and a Bravo Zulu. We love our Bravo Zulus here. Arturo P, what's going on? Happy Friday to you. It's not Friday to me just yet, but we're almost there. Jerry Valdez tuning in. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. Fast Freddy says, let's break down some games. That's what we're going to be doing. Might have to turn on the light on that barbershop pole and get some barbershop talk going as well. Mr. Grover in the house. Appointment went well. All was good. Tito Dorito, does he come out with shades on? Yes, minus 200. No, plus 180. I love it. I love it. I love it. JD in the house. I'm glad you loved that Monday Night Football play and you cashed. I know I did too. Another 2-0 on Monday Night Football. I don't know what to say other than safe to say we own Monday Night Football. Tito says he hopes I have him on. I had him on. Matter of fact, I didn't even see the comment before I put him on. Matter of fact, I was looking for him all day. I was driving around with my wife's shades on in her little cute little BMW, and because I didn't have shades. So I was driving around with hers, and I look up right before we went live, and sure enough, there's my shades sitting on my desk. Hillbilly, good afternoon. Shane, absolutely. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Matthew Milser, good afternoon. I'm slowly catching up. Mr. Blevins tuning in. Keith Davis, what's going on? Arturo P. Ryan, what's going on? Marquise, what's going on, buddy? Big Moose. Curtis Tash in the house. Whoa, happy Thanksgiving. Curtis has gone fishing. What's going on? Mike Cogan in the house. John Nuts. Corey L, what's going on, sir? How are you, Corey? Brian, Matt. Mike Cogan says, Raven, some of my friends got buried by someone else. Told them, nope, sticking with my boys at Cappers Direct. Let's effing go. Absolutely. Fast Freddy, you're killing me, man. Joe Joyner in the house. John Nuts in the house, real name, no gimmick. Love it. Ryan, future's so bright, you gotta wear shades. Damn straight. RX Sunny, break down the Western Michigan, please. We'll see if we can get to that. Jose, what's going on, sir? What's Gucci to you? Another day, another dollar here. Mashin, you're very welcome. William tuning in, thank you. I see your text message. My phone's on silent sitting over here, so I do see your text message tuning in. Glad to have everybody here. Even if I'm late to the party, glad to have everybody here. Always glad. Always glad. Glad to have everybody here. I'm turning to mute that sucker. I don't need to hear myself in the background. Pain you guys with a double echo of me. It's bad enough you guys got to hear me once, let alone twice. Give me 1 second, folks. If you get an email from us, disregard. It's just letting everybody know that we are live. We're proud we're live. Let everybody know that we're live. If you guys tuned in yesterday and you followed along with what we provided, safe to say you made a killing yesterday. If you didn't follow along, safe to say you might not have made a killing yesterday. Not only did we give you guys 2 free plays in this video, but we also gave you another free play and a daily free play video. And we also gave you 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. I mean, solid leans that I was even saying that I would bet. And that I would be betting. And we're going to go over all that here in just a second. Premium plays finally having a nice winning day for everybody. The near miss of the clean sweep. But hey, we'll take 3-1 to start Monday. We'll take a 3-1 premium play day to kick off the party. Lord knows we made a boatload of money everywhere else. So let's just start off with the good and the better. You know, if you guys tuned in live yesterday, we gave you guys a couple free plays. But before that, our big daily free play on the Heat laying 10.5 against Charlotte. That was a nice winner. Brad Stewart, Stack, Guap, Hillbilly Cool. Thanks everybody for joining us. JD says, thanks for all the awesome deals you guys are putting out this week. Man, it's like Christmas in November. We like to, we do Black Friday good, that's for sure. So Heat was a nice winner yesterday for the daily free play, starting out free plays. And, you know, free plays are in need of a much-needed big run, just like they were 2 weeks ago. We start out the week with a daily free play winner on the Heat. That was nice. And then it got even better than that. Gave you guys a free personal play. College hoops, George Mason plus the 4, or 4.5, excuse me. 7-point outright dog winner, beating Old Dominion. Round of applause there. We weren't done there. Not only did we hype up Monday Night Football, I was telling you guys for over a day and a half that I was going to be giving you guys a premium play away for free that was of guaranteed Saturday caliber or game of the week caliber type of play. And we absolutely delivered. Gave you guys the Ravens laying the points yesterday. And you know, when you go back and you look at that game, I don't even know if it's possible for you to show me a stat that tells you to bet on the tells you to bet on the Rams and not the Ravens. Now, I could be completely wrong, but I mean, I'm pretty sure we broke down this game together last night, or yesterday afternoon, excuse me, and went over it with a fine-tooth comb, and still show me a stat that tells you to take the Rams. Why? Because the public was smart enough to break down the game and not play a percentage, but actually play actual stats and trends and actual factual information. Brandon Belbozo's team tried to take up for his Game of the Year loss. He dropped by saying, "You gave out the Ravens on purpose." I just think that's funny. I did give out the Ravens on purpose because that was the play. That was the real winner. I mean, common sense shows you every stat out there shows you to take the Ravens. Did I give it out only because he gave out the Rams? No. How in the flippin' world would I know that moron had the Rams? How am I supposed to know that? And to be honest, quite frankly, I could care less where that guy is, what he bets, what lies he tells you guys. He's in the Army. He's not in the Army. He's in Tampa Bay. Oh, no, he's in Philadelphia. Oh, no, he's not in Philadelphia. You know, the laundry list of stupid, basic grade school lies is like a mile long. And who cares what he has anyways? Literally, who cares what he has anyways? I mean, I actually feel sorry for anybody that actually bet the Rams. I actually really do. I mean, we gave you guys, an easy winner. Ryan, I liked in the show yesterday, someone said take the Rams +4, and Kyle said no thanks. I do remember that. Why should you take the Rams? Because they're 7-3 against the spread? Is that the only stat that's out there to tell you to take the Rams? Oh yeah, Brendan, you could blame me for your stupidity of a loss. Hey, Rams what? The 15th best defense in the NFL? The 15th. You're not talking the 4th or the 5th or the 6th, not even a top 10 defense. The 15th. I mean, you got to go on to like both hands and your feet to count that high, right? Andre, because they fall for the Kool-Aid and they obviously can't read any numbers. I mean, I could clear as day tell you Baltimore averaging 204 rush yards a game compared to the 98 of the Rams. Baltimore averaging 225 in the air compared to the 269. Okay, the Rams have more yardage overall. Look at yards per passing attempt. The average is bigger for the Ravens over the Rams. 7.7 yards for the Ravens, 7.2 yards per passing attempt for the Rams. Okay, let's take a look at the defense. Well, Rams give up more points on average, just a little bit. Let's take a look at the rushing defense. Rams give up 89 yards a game to the 94 of Baltimore. Ooh, big difference there, right? I mean, we're talking 3 yards. 5 yards. It's that California public school math. 5 yards difference. Wow, big number. Yeah, you should go put your bankroll on the Rams for that number right there. Hold on, let's take a look at defending the pass. Okay, Ravens give up 239 yards passing a game compared to the 235 of the Rams defense. Ooh, wow. 4 yards difference. Let's take a look at the turnover differential. +6 for the Ravens. -3 for the Rams. Wow. We might have a frozen screen and I'll fix that, but let me tell you. You're still not showing me any flipping stats that tell you to bet on the Rams. I mean, I'm dumbfounded at how many people bet on the Rams and fell for that. I mean, kind of common sense. I mean, to be honest, it is. You don't even need a membership to Stats LLC to be able to see that. Hell, you could have went to ESPN and read the basics. Matt, you just said it best, brother. Matt Chris says, who cares who's on what? It's all about what we are on. Absolutely. Tom, we've been saying this for a week that the Sean McVay hype is done. It's done. That train is already choo-chooed off, all right? Ship has sailed. The same clowns that were probably telling you to take the Rams were probably trying to tell you that the favorites were 5-0 straight up and, you know, the dog was going to win this time. I mean, you could take a look at John Brandon Bowie. Oh, I'm not negative. I'm actually happy. I can tell that my comment pissed off some very, very, very weak-minded people on Twitter talking about... Actually, I'll see if I could actually pull that up because it's actually kind of funny. But no, John, this is the barbershop talk. It's what makes this show great. It's what makes this show great. And I can tell you guys this for a fact. We definitely pissed off some people on Twitter. We definitely pissed off some people on Twitter, that's for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. I'm trying to find it, but I don't know if I can. There's got to be a way for me to bring it up. Give me 1 second. I want to see if I can bring it up, because I definitely... How can I search even more? Hang on 1 second, folks. Nope, that's not it. We're trying. Anyways, I'll find it. Frederick, Fast Freddy, absolutely. Talk about a monster play. Talk about a monster play is right. So I was going to try and actually get it up on Twitter. But for some reason, it won't let me. Oh, here we go. Maybe this will work. Maybe this will work. Nope, not yet. Trying, folks. I'm trying to make it fun and exciting for you guys. Trying to make it fun and exciting. Alright, if this doesn't work, then I'll give up and I'll just read the damn tweet. Because quite frankly, I thought it was actually... Alright, let's see. I retweeted it so I can try and get it up on the screen. There we go. There we go. Have at that one, folks. I had to retweet it so it would pop back up in the freshness of the feed here. But there you guys go. You could read it on the screen. Don Doe, what's going on, sir? Mr. Watson, yeah, Guaranteed Saturday is every single Saturday. No doubt about it. Guaranteed Saturday is every Saturday. what I posted on Twitter was, I said, if you're someone who makes your wagers, and we talked about this in the show yesterday before I even posted this on Twitter. I said, if you're someone who makes your wagers and factors in where the public is betting, or the so-called self-imposed sharps with their self-imposed titles are betting, or you pay somebody who does, then you should learn how to break down a game and learn to beat the closing line. Ravens winner. Hashtag Cap Nation. So apparently, we pissed off some soft, weak-minded individuals with that. But hey, you know, if we were here to worry about people's feelings, then this would be the Ellen Show or Dr. Phil. But we actually bring you reality. Something they won't. Yeah, Brian, that's an amazing deal for the guaranteed Saturday My Game of the Week for $14.99. Black Friday sales. Thank you for bringing that up. For everybody that doesn't know, folks, Black Friday is going on. They started the Black Friday sales early. Excuse me. They said that they were going to drop them 2 days after Kohl's started. And Kohl's started 2 days ago. William, I wish I could read that text message you just sent me, but that is absolutely classic. Greg, I just sent them again to you. Let me know if you got them. So, oh, nice calling that the George Mason game. Thank you. You're welcome. But yeah, Laura Campbell, when is guaranteed? When are you posting guaranteed? First of all, I don't post the plays. That's somebody else's department. But when is the game going to get posted? I do believe later on this afternoon or this early evening, later into the evening, guaranteed Saturday should be up. For everybody that doesn't know, my game of the week, Will.I.am 1317, love your style, Kyle. I had to come back and show some love. Thank you, I appreciate it. We always appreciate it. For everybody that doesn't know, matter of fact, I haven't sent out an email about this. I talked about it in my daily free play video, and I know not everybody watches that or likes those free play winners. But my game of the week will take place on Thanksgiving. Game of the week, Thanksgiving. And this is a big week for us. And because of Thanksgiving and Black Friday and Cyber Monday, I talked him into doing all our big guaranteed games at $50. So my game of the week, 50. That was a no-brainer. I was doing that again for you guys anyways, just for the holiday. But Friday, the day after my game of the week, we'll have our big college football game of the year. And I promise you, we'll put the same evaluation in it, or we already put the same evaluation and breakdown in it, and the same work like we did in the Ravens yesterday. Not just, well, the public's betting this side, we'll go the other way, and we'll call it, we'll blame somebody else if we lose. Nah, none of that shit. Guaranteed Saturday on Saturday. Also on sale, $50, normally $150. Winner, you get the next one. And then our NFL Sunday play on Sunday. Boom. That one has always been $50. We've never raised the price on that one. Joe Dirt, thank you Thank you, sir. So it's going to be a monster week. All right, going to be a monster week, folks. And if you're not on, it's perfect timing. Who Dat Bob in the house. Soaking up some knowledge while driving to Dallas. Tell the Mrs. Jennifer hello, as well as the children. Jamar says, and for everybody that doesn't know, Jamar's actually been with me before we were posting YouTube videos. Me and Jamar have been working with each other. He's been a client of ours. Oh, God. What did we say it was? 4 years? Says the thing I can say about Kyle is he stays the same, win, lose, or draw, period. It's exactly the same way. Won't run from a loss. Won't overbrag when we win. And we're the same people every single day. Kish Patel, Kyle, which plays have a better track record of winning, premium or personal? They both have a great place in the company and in your game picking selection. Overall, they're pretty close to, last time I checked, they're very close to each other as far as numbers go. But they both have a very, very, very big place in the company. And to be honest, you can't go wrong with either one. No, Matt, there's a Black Friday sale that gets you 1 year of all guaranteed Saturday plays and 1 year of all my game of the weeks for $14.99 decimal 00. Even William just texted me, Kish, and says you can't go wrong either way. You know, and I give you guys samples of them. Yesterday, you got a premium play on, guaranteed Saturday caliber on the Ravens. I also gave you guys a free personal play, George Mason plus 4.5. Jamar 4.5 years. It's been a while. It's been a good working relationship. That's a fact. And I value all my long-term clients that are just jumping on board long-term. And guys, we've got packages, from 3 days up to 2 years. I mean, they got one for Black Friday, which, if you ask me, is an absolute killing. It does cost money out of pocket, but you get 2 years of premium plays, 2 years of my personal plays, 2 years of guaranteed Saturday plays, 2 years of my game of the weeks. And yeah, it costs money. It costs money up front, costs $5K up front. But when you break it down week by week, it's like 40-something bucks a week. Really? You're going to pay $40 a week. You can't even buy 3 days of premium plays for $40. But you're going to get 2 years of premium plays, 2 years of my personal plays, 2 years of guaranteed Saturday, 2 years of game of the weeks. Now you can't even buy a game of the week for that. So when you break it down week by week, that's what it ends up costing. So it's there's a lot of killer deals out there for people, and I don't want to. If you guys want to know what they are, you can head to the website, click on the premium tab or the guaranteed Saturday tab, or this in the description of this video. They put them in they put them in the description of these videos. Just click the drop down and you'll see all the specials there. But they're from a month of my personal plays on sale for $500. It's normally 5 days for $250. So that's a killer deal. That's 66.6% off for our Black Friday sale, or a month of premium plays on sale for $749. Killer deals. Killer deals going on, and it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. We've always stuck to our word. There hasn't been a time that we've stuck to our word. Even the people that want to get on publicly and trash us because we have a bad day or a bad week, or we have a big losing day, we don't even kick them to the curb. They still get their premium plays. We stand by our word, and we take care of all of our customers. All of our customers. Last week was an off week. That's 100% fact. Frank C, no sir, haven't given out anything yet. We just went live a little bit ago. But yeah, no, we will always take care of our clients as if we were on the other side. Other services won't do that. They talk about it, but they won't do that. You know, and I mean, I'm gonna shoot you guys straight. I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. If you have a bad week, if you have a real bad week, because it happens, it does happen. It can take some time to dig back out of the hole and get back ahead. And India V, Belgium in the house, thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Subscribe. That way you guys get notified. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, guys. Not sure what I'm going to give out just yet, Fast Freddy. We haven't decided yet. I usually don't decide until right on the fly what to give you guys. I pull one out of one of the packages and give it out. But I'm going to shoot you guys real straight here. You have a bad week. It can take you more than a week to get back to even and ahead. You guys know that. You guys have all had a bad week before, either on your own or with somebody that you paid. Bad weeks happen. I mean, they happen. And you can't stop them. Occasionally, bad luck's going to go your way, or you're just on the wrong side of a game. You're not going to get that good break that you need. You know, and that's going to happen. And it's what you do after that. And what I mean by that is to dig yourself out of the hole. It can be a time-consuming process. You may have a bad couple days, and it may take you a week to dig out of the hole. You win one game here, you're up a game, you break even, you win another one, you're down one, you win another one, you break even, you win another one, you break even, lose a little bit of juice. Next thing you know, you only made up 2 games. And 5 or 6 days have gone by. Then you have another bad day, then you have a great day, and they cancel out. So in reality, it can take a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to dig yourself out of a grave to get back into the green. That's why we have no problem extending you until you make money. Because first of all, we know we'll make you money long term. Nobody can guarantee you 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, a month. Yeah, it's definitely easier to have a bad week than a good week, that's for sure. You know, so we'll take care of all of our clients. Every single one of our clients we will definitely take care of. Long-term success is where it's at, and that's why we can do what we do. That's why we can do what we do. And I'd rather have the good conscience that we're taking care of you than leaving you out to hang and dry all on your own. Because I know 99.999% of all other services will not do what we do to take care of you. That's a fact. And that's a fact. One second, folks. Trying to pop up some stuff because we're going to... Tom Grover, we take care of everyone. Fact, we do. And it doesn't matter if you're on a donation day or, you know, you paid. It doesn't matter. We take care of everybody. Hell, we took care of everybody yesterday with a monster premium play winner on the Ravens. So free play is off to a hot start. 3-0 on the week, including 2 premium and personal plays, which I think that makes us, I have to go back and check. We're either 12-1 or 11-1 now. I forgot to check today because I got in the office late. But I need to go back and for everything that I've given during the live show. But I think we're 12-1 when I give you guys a premium or personal play in the last 2.5 weeks. Fresco Bar 45, Jones, tough times don't last, but tough people do. Fact, 100% fact. It's one thing you guys got to know. And if you're on with us, we take care of you. We will take care of you. That's a fact. So one thing that we can do, when you guys, and we should actually start doing this, We could have a little segment every live show for it. When you guys hammer home, if you guys are on Twitter, make a post with a copy of your ticket or your bet or your parlay or whatever the case may be, the free plays that we put out. It doesn't matter if you're betting $2 or $200,000. All right, nobody gets made fun of here. Remember, we're all here for one reason, to enhance our knowledge and to make money. Making $2 is making money, or making 20,000 is making money. So if you put up a post on Twitter with your winning tickets, showing that you bet the free play or premium play or whatever the case may be, and you put the hashtag CapNation, CapNation, just CapNation, I'll start showing them off like I did the one tweet. It'll be real easy. We can do it quick and easy. Greg, you didn't get him? Hold on one second, sir. Because I got game going off and I don't want you to miss it. Give me 1 second. Let me just double check. Man. Try now. You should have them now. You should have them now. I just sent them twice. Matt says the people that want to troll you should spend the time breaking down games instead. Fact, I agree. JD says we did so well on the week-long run. He's talking about the week where we went 13-1 on free plays, including 7-0 on premium and personal plays for free. That the not-so-good week that happened last week, the not-so-good week on free plays that happened, 100% didn't happen, didn't hurt so bad. Still up and still hitting the book. Absolutely. I just posted the hashtag, just hashtag CapNation, CapNation. If you guys post that, then I can start putting them up. That's easy. It'll automatically pop in the feed. We can start showing them off. We can have a little segment over them. Be a good time. Be fun. We'll liven up the show. All right, guys. What we're going to do, what's on the agenda for today, we definitely got a real late start, and I do apologize. Was with, I actually coming into the office late, went to the gym first thing this morning. So I'm a little sore. If you can't see me pick up my arms to type or anything like that, that's the reason why. But I actually got the lucky privilege of taking my little one to school today and picking her up. And then we were at an appointment, so I got to spend a little time with the wifey and the little one today, which was always a blessing because being a workaholic, I miss a lot, especially the school activities. So that was fun. So, but we did get a late start to the day, and but we're going to break down the college football games, both of them, as well as some college hoops. We're going to have some fun. The one thing that we're going to have a problem with is, for some reason, it doesn't want to show the picture. So I'm going to have to see about fixing that. Jeff, thanks for watching us live. When you travel here to Vegas, make sure you have a safe flight. So I'll have to try and fix that. Or try and figure out why it won't show the pictures. It just shows the link. But yeah, that's how easy it is. When they come in, I'll be able to see them or ahead of time. So, but I'll figure out how to get the picture up there if there's a way. there's a way, I'll have to figure out how to get the picture up there. Reggie Bush just tweeted, Lamar Jackson is the MVP. I'll be honest, he was the MVP of our big win last night, that's for sure. That is 100% fact. I do see your winner on the Miami Heat yesterday, minus 10.5. The free play against the Hornets yesterday. I do see that one. But for some reason, it doesn't want to come through when we pop up the Twitter link. So I'll figure that one out. We'll figure it out one way or another. But yeah, it'll be fun when we can do this. Yeah, Jamar, the Miami pick was great. Huh, Alan. Hashtag. Yeah, we don't even need to mention that clown. That guy's just a clown. He wants to feed off of us, so or blame us for his disaster of a play or something. What somebody else posted saying that he was blaming me for his loss. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I gave out a winner. You know, I don't know what to tell you. All right, what we're going to do now, we're going to jump right into college football. As a matter of fact, I do believe we got a late start and an even later start, and we just missed the Ohio-Akron game. So I do apologize, guys. We're rambling away, bragging, flexing our little muscles. And we missed the start of the Ohio-Akron game. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump right into the Western Michigan, Northern Illinois game, and then we're going to dive right into some college hoops, which you guys all know. College hoops was off the chain yesterday. College hoops was off the chain. For everybody that doesn't know, if you guys didn't tune in yesterday, during the live show, we gave you Dayton -3, winner, under 156, blowout winner. We also gave you Virginia Tech plus 13.5. Yes, we gave you Virginia Tech plus 13.5. And we also told you that our system had a final score prediction of 71-62. Well, do you guys remember what that score was? 71-66. I know somebody in here wrote that down and said, hey, I'm going to write down that final score to keep track to see how close they were. So our system popped out a 71-62 final. JD, sorry. And then Andre, where's D-Rob at? D-Rob, you in here, brother? Straight up asked me what I thought of Auburn. I didn't even break it down. I said, yes, I absolutely love Auburn, and I will have a small bet on it. We did that towards the end of the show. If you guys don't know, the free play might have already been out. So some of you guys might have missed that. So yesterday, just leans during the show. Leans that I said I was actually going to be betting 4-0. 4-0 on leans that I said I was going to be betting personally. Plus the Heat, daily free play winner. Free premium play the same size as guaranteed Saturday on the Ravens, winner. George Mason plus the 4.5 free personal play, winner. Technically, that's 7-0 for free. Technically, that's 7-0. But hey, we'll be modest. We'll record the 3-0. We'll record the 3-0. And I'm fine with that. All right, so let's pop up some information. And let's see if we can't piss off some more people today. Let's see if we can't piss off some more people. All right, guys? Now, hit big on Auburn. Very nice. Love it. Glad to hear, man. Glad to hear you hit big on Auburn. They absolutely just smashed them, too. Dominated game, start to finish. Western Michigan. Northern Illinois. Hey, Matthew, building is building, and it doesn't matter. Next thing you know, that 100 is 1,000. Next thing you know, that 1,000 is 10,000. That's the name of the game, brother. You're doing a great job. Oh, and it's my pleasure. My pleasure, Andre. Well, you got Western Michigan, guys. 7-4 straight up, 5-5-1 against the spread. Hasn't been a great team covering the spread. All right. They've covered the spread 2 out of the last 3 times that they've played a game. All right. Northern Illinois 4-6, straight up 6-4 against the spread. They may have a losing record, but they've been making bettors money. All right. They're riding a 5-game streak of 5 straight overs. All right. Now there is weather tonight. It's supposed to rain like a son of a gun. It's supposed to be windy in the Western Michigan Northern Illinois game. All right. Gonna make it sloppy. A team that gets a lot of turnovers, Western Michigan. A team that turns the ball over more than they get them, Northern Illinois. Big favor there on one side. All right, let's throw out the stat. Northern Illinois 9-1 on the under at home as an underdog. 9-1 as an underdog at home. Game going under the total. Throw that right out the window. Throw that right out the window. All right? Let's take a look at the odds on this game. Then we'll dissect it. We'll jump into it like we always do. All right? Western Michigan opened up as a 7.5-point favorite. It was actually up to 8.5 earlier. Okay? It was up to 8.5 earlier. I like what you're thinking, Aaron. It's actually up to 10 now. And believe it or not, the D Casino, and literally, hold on, instant line movement. The Westgate, not 10 seconds ago, just moved it up to 10.5. All right, the Westgate just followed suit as the D Casino did 5 minutes ago and moved the line. Western Michigan laying 10.5. Total opened up at 60.5. It dropping like a rock. It did drop like a rock. All right, but it actually came back up a little bit. It was actually 50.5. The total was at 50.5 all morning long. All morning long. There's been some big bets coming in on the over, regardless of the sloppy weather that's coming. Regardless of the sloppy weather that's going to be hitting Illinois tonight. All right. Total came back up to 51 at MGM. It's actually at 51.5 right now at the Westgate. They just bumped it up to 51.5 from 51. They followed suit with the D Casino right along line. Jose says -10 at local book, 51 total. I wouldn't be surprised to see him bump it up to 10.5 and 51.5 here in a little bit. Especially if he's following suit of some of the bigger books in Vegas. So there's where the total opened. What we want to do now, I'm going to pop up something else real quick for you guys. Another little stat line that I like to take a look at for you guys is taking a look at how has Western Michigan played on the road so far. All right. They're 4-1-1 against the spread at home. Just 1-4 on the road this year. Northern Illinois at home, 2-2. All right, 2-2 at home. Now, taking a look at the outright wins, let's take a look at Western Michigan first. All right, they came to Michigan State. They lost 51-17. 0-1 to start the year on the road. Went and played at Syracuse. They lost 52-33. 0-2 on the road to start the year. Went to Toledo. They lost 34-24, losing by 7. They were catching 1.5. They lost there. Eastern Michigan. They got the beat down again. Lost by another touchdown. Lost by another touchdown. All right. Here they are against Ohio. What was it? 2 weeks ago, because they're coming off a bye. They finally got their first win on the road, beating them 37-34. Excuse me. That was their one cover on the road and their one win on the road. So they're riding a one-game road winning streak. Not that that really matters anyways. And here they are ending the year on the road against Northern Illinois. They're already bowl eligible. Bovada has a great live in-game betting, but their lines are not competitive. Yeah, Bovada's lines are always higher compared to everywhere else. That's why I always push 5 Dimes or Bet DSI, Bookmaker. Those ones have much better lines than Bovada. Bovada, if you're only Bovada's great for taking a dog, that's for sure. taking a look at Northern Illinois, who they've played. All right, let's just start it. We're just going to go down and take a look at their last 5 games. All right, they got a win over Toledo. They beat Toledo 31-28. If you guys remember, we were actually on Toledo. We lost that game, unfortunately. But we did hammer home the over. That game had a total of 55 and a half. Northern Illinois riding a 5-game over streak. 2 for Western Michigan. All right, before that, they had Central Michigan. They lost 48-10. It also went over the total of 49. Before that, they had Akron. They beat them 49-0. The total was 42. They brought the total over all by themselves. All right, before that, they had Miami of Ohio. They lost 27-24. That had a total of 48. They got the job done there. And then against Ohio, they ended up winning 39-36 against Ohio, and it pushed the total of 51.5 way over. Or they have 75 points in that game. Now, let's get down into the meat. The meat, all right? The meat and potatoes. I hear that guy's running his fat trap. He doesn't want me to expose his secret of why he wants you to text douchebag to 9999999 or call in. He just wants to get your phone number so he can sell it to a guy named Joe in upstate New York and another fella in Florida. It's good when you know everybody's dirty little secrets and their dirty laundry. I want to be careful who you piss off there, old meat man. You guys wonder why you guys get spammed so much? It's because you either call or you sign up with the old meat man or Tony's Picks. So be careful. Be careful who you give your phone number and your email address to, because you will be spammed like no other. What's going on, Mr. Brackens? All right. Now, let's get into the meat of this game, all right? Western Michigan averaging 36 points a game. 217 yards rushing the ball on 40 attempts. That's 5.5 yards on average per carry. Great rushing number. And you know what? They're no slouch in the air either. They averaged 31 passing attempts at 250 yards. Averaging 8 yards per passing attempt. Now, they don't have the best completion ratio, but they can damn run the ball, and they're averaging 8 yards per passing attempt. They'll be going up against a Northern Illinois defense that has got torched pretty much all year long. It's the reason why they're not headed to a bowl game. They average giving up 27.9 points per game, so just under 28 points a game. They give up only 178 yards rushing the ball, but they do give up 4.8 yards per carry. And they have been giving up just a hair over 200 rushing yards a game passing yards at 208 passing yards a game at 7.6 yards per passing attempt. Northern Illinois, -3 on turnovers. Not a plus number. -3 on turnovers. Western Michigan, +7. We've got a 10 turnover differential here, folks. 10 turnover differential. Should definitely give Western Michigan, as long as they're able to control turnovers and not playing sloppy and protect the football, should definitely swing an extra possession or 2, possibly 3 in their favor today. Now, Northern Illinois, when they're on offense, they have picked up their game as of late. They were not high-flying to start the year. Matter of fact, they had 24 against Illinois State to start the year. They had 17 against Utah, which, Utah's a tough team coming out of the Pac-12. They only put up 8 against Nebraska. They put up 18 against Vandy. They did put up 20 in their loss to Ball State. But it really turned around 5 games ago, and that's when their over streak started hitting. They were able to put up 39 against Ohio. They put up 24 against Miami of Ohio, which was one of their lower scoring games. They put up 49 against Akron, but I think everybody put up at least 49 against Akron. Central Michigan shut them down, though. Central Michigan shut them down, but they bounced back last week and put up 31 on Toledo. So, team, they're now averaging 24 points a game, but they started the year off very, very, very slow scoring. Problem is they're not a big rushing team, and actually not a big successful rushing team. They do rush the ball actually 3 plays on average more than they actually pass the ball. So they're actually averaging 36 rushes a game at 129 yards. Guys, it's only 3.6 yards per carry. All right? So they have not been successful. That front line has not been successful blocking and creating openings for the running backs to be able to make room downfield. It just hasn't happened. All right, they're averaging 243 in the air, though, at 7.3 yards per passing attempt. They'll be going up against a Western Michigan defense that has given up some big numbers on the year. All right, Western Michigan has played in some big scoring games. They average giving up 27 points a game. They average giving up 189 rushing yards a game, holding teams to 4.9 yards per carry, or actually letting teams average 4.9 yards per carry. They've been giving up 240 passing yards a game at 7.2 yards per passing attempt. But the number that I love, the +7 on turnovers. They protect the ball well. They've limited turnovers, limited interceptions, fumbled the ball, jumped on their own fumbles and recovered the ball more times than not. And their defense actually creates some turnovers. All right. Western Michigan defense has created some great turnovers so far, and it's one of the reasons why they're actually sitting on the year with 7 wins. All right, they haven't been a big covering team to start or finish out the year. They did cover their last game against Ohio. They were +1. Here they are as a 10-point favorite. They were a 9.5-point favorite against Eastern Michigan, and they actually lost that game outright. They were a 13.5-point favorite against Miami of Ohio. They actually did cover that spread. They beat them 38-16. Any other big spreads, they were laying 16 against Central Michigan. That one ended up being a push. Bettors did not make any money on that one. They were laying 9 against Georgia State. They actually covered that 9 by a country mile, a wide country mile. All right, and then they were laying 26.5 to start the year against Monmouth, and believe it or not, they covered the 26.5. So they're now laying 10 to 10.5, depending on what book you're betting at. As far as this game, I do have a play. We have a premium play on the total, and I'm not sure if that's going to be the free play that I give you guys, or if I'm going to give you guys a basketball game just yet. But as far as the side on this game, I definitely lean towards Western Michigan. I liked it better when it was 8.5 this morning. And yeah, Dustin, they were 7 yesterday. I don't know if I really like them at 10.5 though. But when they've been that 6.5 to, a 6.5, between 6.5 and a 9.5 point spread, they haven't covered the spread. But when they've been a double-digit favorite or more, they've covered every single time this year. They've covered every single time that they were a double-digit favorite. Actually, well, they pushed once. Anytime they've been a double-digit favorite, they're 2-0-1. So a 9-point favorite or more, they're 3-1-1. So they have covered some double-digit spreads. I think 10.5 is a big line movement. I can tell you where the public is betting, but and the sharps. But remember, guys, and I'm going to give you the disclaimer. I don't give a rat's ass where the public is betting, and I sure as hell don't give a rat's ass or 2 F's or 2 shits where the self-imposed title of a sharp is betting. And I definitely don't give a rat's ass where another service is betting. Because I promise you, the other services, they don't bet their own games consistently. That's a fact. Fact. Now, I did get an update that said Wichita State is up by 16 early. College hoops. Wichita State is a play of mine. Holding strong for a nice big day for all my clients. Lord knows we all deserve to have a winning day every single day this week. Ohio up 7. Ohio up 7. I do have a personal play on Ohio laying the juice today, laying 27.5. I actually thought the line should have been 35, but I'll take the 27.5 and I'll lay it. I'll lay it against Akron. Ohio wins by 35 or more. So as far as the lean, I do lean Western Michigan. But guys, I'm going to be honest, I'm probably not going to put a wager on it because of the fact that I don't like the 10. If I was going to bet it, I would have bet it yesterday at 7.5 or possibly this morning even. I was debating it at 8.5 as well. But I do lean towards Western Michigan. Brian, what's 30 minus 34 now? The live line? The live line's 34. Sorry, reading Des Bryant on Twitter. What is the juice that we're laying on Wichita State? Minus 3.5. And they were actually 2.5 this morning. They were actually 2.5 this morning. Because they were minus $1.60 on the money line. And I was going to give them out at the money line, but when it moved to 3.5, I just said, we'll just lay the points. Brennan Bell, I don't have an opinion on the over. We actually have a premium play on that one. I might give you guys that one. I might give that one out, or I might give a basketball game out. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how the rest of the show goes. But I didn't give out an opinion on the over on that game. Remember, we do have a free NBA play out there already for you guys. We do have a free NBA play for you guys. We put it out early yesterday to beat the line movement, which we did significantly. So there has been a little bit of a line movement on the game that we gave you guys. A half a point to a point in some spots, which it should still be safe to bet. I don't anticipate it being an issue whatsoever. And if you want that other daily free play in the NBA, you just need to watch that video when you're done with this one. And you'll have another chance to make even more money. Sorry, reading something else on Twitter. A lot of news dropping today. Yeah, Thomas, it's up 1.5 points now. It's definitely... Andre, I didn't give a hint on the over. I didn't give a hint on the over or the under. But yeah, Mr. Grover, it's about... Obviously, you want to beat the line, the closing line. That's the name of the game. You want to have the best line possible. And if you don't beat the closing line, that's okay. You just got to make sure that you win. You know, if you cap a game, the line could be off to where the line doesn't matter if it went up a point or 2 points. Especially if you've capped the game and you've got a different line. I missed another comment. Where did it go? Kong, yes. I took Wichita State. It was It was actually my second personal play of the day. I'm not sure what a bookie joint is. James Joseph. But maybe you want to elaborate. Anybody know what a bookie joint is? Okay. All right. Now what we're going to do, since we did that game, I think it's only fair that we jump into some college hoops. A lot of great college hoops games. A lot of great college hoops action today. Tito, I'll be honest, I didn't hit anyway. This is not a betting parlor. We don't take any bets here, Mr. James Joseph. We don't take any bets here. We don't participate in that activities. Ryan wants to know, does anybody like George Mason tonight? We definitely rode him yesterday. We made some money on him yesterday. Michigan State got the win over Georgia. Dayton and Virginia Tech. If you guys remember correctly, we actually gave out both of those yesterday. Jose, if you were taking a hint, it was towards Western Michigan. Jose with the mic drop. Jose, you mentioned earlier about a mistake. Text me. I'm not sure what your, did you text it to me or did you post it? Uh-oh, Akron's on the board. Akron put up 3. Akron on the board with a field goal. What do I think of the Navy game under 120? I'll be honest, I didn't break that one down, but I can tell you just by looking at it, Cornell and Navy, our system actually has it as a final score of 60-58. So our system has it as a 118 total. Mark, what's going on, sir? Ohio scored again. Fantastic. There we go. That didn't take long. That didn't take long. We'll take that 14-3. Hey, Tom Weiner, you're 100% correct. You saw the under reflected on my shades when I came in. Yeah, Jose, no, you're probably fine, but I honestly, I didn't, I don't, I don't cap every game. I mean, there's too many college basketball games on the board to break down, so I take my favorites and dive into them, and if I don't come up with anything, I throw them back out and do it all over again. Hold on one second, guys. Andre's rhyme of the day. All these other services you've been failing, so quit all the frustration and come to Campers Nation. I love it. I love it. I love it, Andre. I just screenshotted that. And believe it or not, it's going on Twitter right now. It's being posted on Twitter as I chit-chat with you guys. I love it. Yeah, Tom. Pop goes the clown. Channel West, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. Aaron says Clippers laying $1.17 on the money line. Marilotti says Auburn over 67.5 first half. You know, Christopher Bayer, clown in the box. Clown was in James Joseph, I'm sure. Yes, Dustin, he will definitely be playing on Sundays. Theory, the guy, you need one good game, you're down 800. Well, came to the right place. Came to the right place. As far as Miralade asked about Auburn first half over 67.5. College hoops, I'm not a big fan of laying first halves. So no, I'll be honest with you, I don't like it for the sole fact that a lot of teams, especially in tournament situations, they may come out slow. Remember, they just played a monster game yesterday. It's another big game for them today. Even if it wasn't a tournament situation, I'm still not a fan of college hoops first halves over or unders. I usually lay off of them until at least later in the season when there's more straight historical data to back it up from both teams. I'm more inclined to play the over than I would be the under in that situation, or excuse me, the over for the entire complete game than the first half. Team comes out low scoring, slow, missed a couple buckets, and now you're out of bet. Rio C says, yo, my Badgers are a fade team. 14-3, Ohio, we'll take it. You know, it'd be nice to be up 21-3 before the first quarter is over. All right, let's move back into college hoops because we're going to break down a game for you guys. Let's break down a game. Matter of fact, let's break down Thomas Grover, Fighter 1 versus Fighter 2. Unfortunately, we got to wait like a whole nother week for UFC again, a week and a half. Unfortunately. But what we're going to do, we're going to do one of the marquee matchups of the night. Virginia Tech Dayton is going to be a big game. They're in Maui. Virginia Tech upsetting Michigan State yesterday. This game goes off at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 Pacific, so in a little over an hour. We'll break down this game next, and then we'll move down the list. We'll try and break some more down. But taking a look, Michigan State up by 17, 6.5 left in the first half. Fingers crossed. We're laying 3.5. We got to win by 4, and don't break nothing for the 7 p.m. We're running out of time. I mean, I can if you guys want me to. Which game you guys want me to do first? I could break down a different game. That's not a problem. Don't forget, our Black Friday sale all started today. Let's see, what is there? Getting ready to go down. Missouri and Oklahoma. Arizona State and Princeton. Richmond and Auburn here in a little bit. Here, we'll do the Missouri and Oklahoma game. It's actually got the second highest rating on the evening. Let's see here. That way we get you one of the first ones. Pat says Arizona State and Princeton. Virginia Tech, the real deal. They're a solid team, that's for sure. Jamar, you're scared of which game? The Virginia Tech or the Missouri-Oklahoma game? All right, let's do the Missouri-Oklahoma game. Let's take a look at both teams. But first, let's pop up the juicy lines. Missouri and Oklahoma. Game 671, 672 for you guys right on the fly. Missouri opened up as a 2-point favorite. They're now laying 1.5 in most spots. Total opened up at 131. It's down 2 points to 129.5. Not that it matters what the public is on. But I can see if I can pop that up. I know some people like it. Why, I have no clue, but we'll tell you. We'll tell you where the public's probably going to lose at, right? And the sharps alike. Everybody on Oklahoma. 72% on Oklahoma, 90% on the under as well. I know you're just messing around, Ryan. I'm just teasing you right back. Missouri, guys, 4-2 to start the year. Opened up a couple gimme wins against IW and a big win against Northern Kentucky. Beat them 71-56. They dropped a game to Xavier, which was their third game of the year. It was their first loss. Matter of fact, they took Xavier to overtime. They lost 63-58 in overtime. They ended up losing by 5. They beat Wolford 75-56. They came back last Wednesday. They beat Morehead State 70-52, smashing them. And then semi-home game there against Butler, and they lost by 10, 63-52 for their second loss of the year. Here they are. They get in Oklahoma. And they're getting a 5-1 Oklahoma team who started out the year with a big 18-point victory over University of Texas San Antonio, UTSA. Big win over Minnesota, winning 71-62. They took care of the Pac-12's Oregon State, beating them 77-69. They took care of William and Mary, beating them by 5, 75-70. And smashing Maryland Eastern Shores by, I believe, 27. DJ 100 Grand, speaking the truth, says the public was all over the Ravens, and they still won, so it doesn't matter. Exactly. And I preach this all the time. It doesn't matter where the public is betting or where the sharps are betting. The only thing that matters is where your money's going. Where your money is going. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Do your research, do your due diligence, and lay your bet. But don't factor in anything on where the public is betting or the sharps, because I got news for you. Most of the sharps, they gave themselves the title. And most of the sharps that you see on TV or you see on Twitter or YouTube, they don't even flip and bet. They don't even flip and bet. Here, you get to deal with the actual people that actually bet on the game. So, there you go. There you have it. All right. However, Oklahoma coming off a loss yesterday to old Stanford. And they didn't just lose to Stanford. They got smashed by Stanford. All right. They lost 73-54. Lost by 19 points yesterday. Just got outworked. All right. They were down 20. What was it? They were down 37-24 in the first half. They were down by 13 at halftime. All right. They definitely looked like garbage. They got nothing out of some players. I mean, okay, Austin Reeves put up 17 points. Went 2 of 6 from out deep. And they just got outworked, out-hustled by a Stanford team, and they can't even blame it on personal fouls because nobody was in foul trouble. DJ 100 Grand, you speaking the truth, sir. I love you dropping that knowledge. Better be careful. Other people will start saying that it was, you're fake, that you're me typing the comments to push an agenda or something. But you are 100% correct. It doesn't matter that the casinos need a team to win or lose. That doesn't matter. What's going to happen happens out on the field. And you guys think that Vegas made a phone call in the middle of a game saying, hey, don't kick that field goal? Man, you guys are on some real good drugs. Real good drugs. If that's the case. If you guys actually think somebody in the sports book calls down on the field in the middle of the game and says, don't kick this field goal, you guys are high as a kite, man. Higher than a kite. That's a fact. All right. Let's get back to these two teams, all right? Lon Kruger, guys, he's the head coach of the Sooners team that's 5-1. He's definitely going to be looking to get his team back on track against Cusano Martin and the Missouri Tigers, guys, who are coming off a loss yesterday to Butler. Like we were saying, all right, guys, both teams coming off a loss. They're in the losers bracket, and they're definitely looking to finish out the tournament strong and get back to learning, get back to progressing, because it is a very, 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 very long season. Christopher Bear, that's why the quarterback is on the red phone. Yeah, that's why. That's why. He's not talking to the offensive coordinator up in the booth. He's talking to, John Murray at the Westgate. Yeah. Because the Westgate said they needed this team, so don't kick a field goal. That's BS. That is BS. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, folks? Casinos had a terrible week. Fact. And that's okay. They're going to have good weeks. They're going to have bad weeks. They're not going to have 52 straight winning weeks. Christopher Bear, people aren't that smart. You're telling me, brother. You're telling me. All right, let's break down these two teams side by side. I know this game starts in 7 minutes, so we're gonna pop through it. All right, guys. Taking a look at both teams, we're gonna compare them side by side, offense, defense, and you're gonna find out that both have comparable defenses. However, Missouri's defense we actually have ranked much higher. Actually, not much higher, but fairly decent. Higher than Oklahoma. We have the Missouri defense ranked 13th in all of Division I compared to the 36th of Oklahoma. All right, as far as on offense, we actually have Oklahoma with a better offense, ranked at the 65th best offense with an adjusted efficiency of 104.3 compared to the 103.4 of Missouri, which has them ranked in the 90th category. All right, Missouri knocking down 49.1% of their all their field goals compared to the 48.5% of Oklahoma. So just a tad bit better in that percentage there. Now, as far as who turns over the ball more when they actually have the ball on offense, that's Missouri. They turn over the ball 20.9% of the time so far through an early season compared to the 14.4 for Oklahoma. Now, three-ball shooting, both have actually struggled from out deep. Missouri knocking down 26% of all their three-point shots compared to the 29.2% of Oklahoma. Mayor Lade, if you want to know what the free play is, you got to watch that video. Just click on our YouTube channel. It's the very first video posted in our YouTube channel. It's not hard to find. Matter of fact, here I'll here's a direct link to the free play. Now, 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, dunk. Missouri knocking down 55.7%. However, the Oklahoma defense is holding teams to shooting 45.4%. All right. Now, Oklahoma on their two-point jump shots, layups, dunks, they're knocking down 50.6%. All right. They're going to be going up against a Missouri defense that's actually holding teams to 42.2% in this category. As far as free throw shooting, very identical numbers, 75.9% to the 75.6% of Oklahoma. All right, having their shots blocked roughly the same when they're on offense, 6.5% to 6.9%. As far as on defense, Oklahoma's actually blocking just a tad bit more shots on average at 13.8% compared to the 11.1 of Oklahoma. Now, when you're diving into these two teams and you start taking a look at bench minutes, how many minutes are being played from the bench? Fairly similar, 33.4% for Missouri compared to the 27.6% for Oklahoma. That number right there, right off the bat, tells me that their two-foul participation protocol is probably going to be on the low side, and it is. Missouri averages playing their players in that two-foul participation protocol 6.3% of the time. And if you guys are new to what that is, we'll try and go over that here a little bit later, but that's a very, very, very big stat that can determine if a game's going to go over or an under, or how a team's going to play defensively. As far as a two-foul participation protocol for Oklahoma, they're in it 0% of the time. All right, 0% of the time. So it's Dream Swap Nightmare Suns. Clay Helton is a legend. Okay, if you say so. Now, as far as these two teams go and betting and all that, I don't have a dollar on this game. All right, I don't have a dollar on this game. My personal opinion, it's going to be a very, very, very close game. Line's at 1.5. The line is actually where it should be. The line is actually where it should be. We have Missouri, believe it or not, getting the job done, and they're a dog here. They're a dog here. Oh, I'm light, just not in the pockets, but I'm all good. Everybody knows I'm not a Clay Helton fan. But we actually have Missouri winning here 67-66. 2.5 point differential. Not enough for me to want to put a bet on it. But if you guys put a gun to my head, which I know you guys wouldn't, but if you did, I'd probably take Missouri to get the job done against Oklahoma, who's coming off of a disaster of a game yesterday. What is that makes me, JDS, what does it makes me want to research a game? Well, I do my due diligence. I go down the list of all the games. And first of all, I see what pops out. Especially tournament time. Because remember, tournament time, the games aren't on the board today. But tomorrow's regularly scheduled games are on the board. Or if there's going to be a tournament starting tomorrow, et cetera, those games are on the board. No, Sergio, we broke down the Western Michigan game, college football. But as far as what I start out with what pops, what looks good to me from the start, and I'll circle those games or make a note of them, and I'll go back down and we'll take a look at them. And if I see something I like, I progress and move forward, dive down deeper into it. If I don't, if I think the line is correct, remember, the object of this is to, well, we got a frozen screen, so let me fix that. The object is to find an inaccurate line so you can beat the book. That you have to find out which line is inaccurate so you can beat the book. And when I see that, a line is accurate or a line is where it should be, I generally move forward. But if I suspect an inaccurate line, I definitely dive into it. Jamar, the over on that game was, where was it at? 129.5. It's actually all over the board. Westgate's got it at 129.5. MGM App's got it at 131. CG Technology's got 129. Justin Flora, Kyle, football game starts in 2 minutes. Fantastic. It's Dream Swap Nightmare Suns with the message retract. I take care of my clients, and even though I was dying on my deathbed and getting toxic poisoning, I still delivered the winners in the hospital. What's crazy is I don't actually remember filming those videos, but I went back and watched them not too long ago. I was doped up on some good morphine in those videos, let me tell you. Sergio, we gave out a lean on Western Michigan, but we missed the line movement. If you guys made me bet it, I would bet. Jose, that's a great analogy right there. But I think we missed the line movement on it when it was 7.5 and then 8.5 this morning. So at 10.5, it's more of a stay away for me. But if you guys force me to do it, I would bet Western Michigan for the sole fact that anytime they've been a double-digit dog this year, they're 2-0-1 as a 9-point favorite, or excuse me, as a double-digit favorite, not a dog. Or anytime they're a 9-point dog or more this year, they're 3-1-1. Jose says, no, Kyle. We are the reason that makes you research so we can buy it when he plays and come do the barbershop. Well, you got to remember, I'm actually betting, so I'm actually making more money than they pay me to be here, betting the game. So I have to do my own research. Hold on one second, guys. Hello. Karen C. tuning in. It's my daughter's school with an automated message letting me know that there's a tax credit donation day on December 3rd. And if you donate, you can donate up to $400 tax credit, and then they give you a free taco. You just go donate another $400 to the school and get me a free taco. It's always a great deal. If something happened to me, who would take my place? Well, Jay used to do the videos before me, so I would imagine he would be forced back into it. I happily took over for him because I'll be honest, he sucked making the videos. Sorry, Jay, if you're watching, but he knows it. He stuttered. He was stuttering Stanley in the videos. He just gets nervous with the light on and the camera, and you take him out of that scenario and he's perfect. But you put a camera on him, not even live, pre-recorded. He would literally take like 5 takes to film a video. Kish, how often do you give a game of the week? My game of the week generally happens every week. However, if there's a game, here's my rule with my game of the week. If there's not a game that I'm willing to step out on and absolutely pound the book with, then I won't put one out. I'll never put out a game just to give you guys action and risk your hard-earned money. That's 100% fact. If I'm not betting it, I promise you I'm not giving it to you. That's why even when I break down a game here in the live show and I give you a lean, Kish, or anybody else, I'll tell you I'm going to be betting it. Yesterday during the live show, I said I'm going to be, gave out a lean on Dayton laying 3 and under 156, and that I was going to have a small bet on it. I had a small bet on it. Not a normal bet, but I had a small bet on it. Same thing with Virginia Tech plus the 13.5. I was going to have a small bet on it. I let you guys know that. And I did. Auburn, same thing at the very end of the show. Andre, D-Rob asked me about Auburn. And if you guys missed, D-Rob slips in these little questions at the, he catches me when I'm weak at the very end of the show. And he asks, what do you think of Auburn laying 8? I absolutely love it, and I will have a bet on it, is what I told him. And I also told him that for the LSU and Alabama game, he slipped in at the very end of the show when he realized I was weak and I was tired. And he came and he hit me with, hey, Kyle, if you had to bet the money line, who would you bet? I said, well, everything points to LSU, so of course I'll have him bet on the money line on LSU. So he got a nice big win out of me there too. So if I'm not betting it, like today, Western Michigan, I'm not betting 10.5. I honestly think we missed the boat. Now, I think they probably cover the spread, but it's not enough for me to want to actually bet the game. So, Kish, to answer your question, almost every single week. I think every 4, 5, or 6 weeks I may not have one. Now, I mean, that sometimes it's even longer than that we go without where we have them every single week. Generally speaking, I have one every single week. Pat, lots of services have game of the year every week. I don't have a game of the year every week. Our last game of the year that we put out was a Major League Baseball game of the year. Before that was an NFL game of the year last season. Sometimes we won't even put one out. William, you better not, brother. I see your text message. But no, Kish, you can't go wrong with any package. Any package, you'll be well taken care of, to speak the truth. You'll be well taken care of, and you can't go wrong with any package. Not one package you can go wrong on. That's a fact. And if you do jump on board, we got a lot of crazy, insane Black Friday deals going on, and we look forward to working with each and every single one of you. Yeah, Jamar, yesterday should have definitely been the game of the year in the NFL. Should have been the game of the year. Should have been, no doubt about it. But then we would have got accused of having a game of the year because somebody else was having a game of the year or some stupid BS like that, you know. You know when the haters hating. Hey, take a look at that, guys. Wichita State up by 19. I like what I see. We're laying 3.5, up by 19 at the half. Missouri coming out flat. All right. Ohio up 17-3. We're up 14. We're only 2 scores away. Sucks they were held to a field goal. Smart lady, Karen C, says she's a Rams season ticket holder and she sold her tickets because she knew it would be a Ravens blowout and she didn't want to go watch her beloved Rams get their butts beat. Smart individual. Golden One, you sly devil, you caught the Ravens at 3.5 at the Cannery. Very nice. Very nice. I haven't been to the Cannery in a while. We used to go there and drink years ago. Cheap booze. All right, guys. Next one. Let's break down a good one for you guys. All right, let's break down a big marquee matchup of the night. Because I'd like to do a couple more for you guys. We've been live for a little while. We've been live for almost 2 hours. But I want to make it up to you guys. And don't worry, I'm going to get you guys on a free play too. Keep in mind, these leans are money sometimes. These leans are money. We went 4-0 on them yesterday on games that I actually said I was going to bet. If you guys missed that one, then you just straight missed out. Yeah, Oklahoma definitely coming with the bounce back came to play today. That is for sure. All right, next game that we're going to do. We're going to go back to that Dayton and Virginia Tech game. All right, guys? We're going to go back to Dayton and Virginia Tech. We're going to break down this game for you guys. Kish Patel, generally don't like too much action every day, but all-inclusive package has insane deal. It is. It is, and the deals are actually really, really, really good. They're actually, believe it or not, last year's Black Friday was off the hook, and I thought they'd come back and they would do just the same thing as they did last year, which was just a couple options. You know, they had a deal on the year, a deal on the month, and the combo package. Matter of fact, they didn't even have the combo package for it yet. And so I wasn't expecting anything like to rave home about. And they came back this year with it, and it's like, all right. I mean, we started it today. There's already been a shit ton of people jumping on board. A lot jumped on board my personal plays for not only the month at 500, 3 months for a dime. So basically, buy 2 months, get a month free, and then the year special. I had a lot of people jump on board my plays today, as well as we had a lot jump on board the premium plays. And believe it or not, that guaranteed Saturday game of the week combo was actually real popular, and I think that'll probably be the most popular package, where you get the big guaranteed games every single week for like $28 a week or something stupid like that. All right. Dayton, Virginia Tech. Just popping up. It's game 655, 656 for everybody that's following along. All right. Dayton opened up as the 1-point favorite. They are now a 4-point favorite. All right. Virginia Tech, another dog tonight. Total opened up at 134. It's now 135. Total's up a point. The side on this game is up 3 points. Now, there is one book in town that has them at 3.5, but everywhere else is 4, so we're just going to say 4. All right, Dayton laying 4, Virginia Tech catching 4. They like betting the underdog. Reading the comments. One second, folks. Popping up another stat so we can read off and really break down this game. And believe it or not, the action is 50-50 on this game. The action is 50-50. Both sharps and the public all riding both sides. Some got their money on Virginia Tech. Some got it on Dayton. And remember, I don't give a shit where the public's betting. Makes no difference to me. It's not going to affect where I would place my wager. Not one bit. It's not even a factor. All right, you got Dayton 4-0 on the year. They picked up their big 4th win yesterday against Georgia, beaten up by 19, 80-61 to start their tournament off. For everybody that doesn't know, they are playing in the Maui Invitational at the Lanai Civic Center. Blah, 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 blah. It's like pronouncing a UFC fighter's name. All right, guys, the Flyers, 4-0 on the year. Anthony Grant's got them off to a hot start. They beat Indiana State 86-81. They got rid of Charleston Southern 91-61. They beat those guys by 29. They beat Nebraska of Omaha 93-68, beating them by 25. And then Georgia yesterday, guys, they absolutely dominated Georgia, beat them by 19, and what a game. What a game for Dayton yesterday, guys. And if you remember, we gave you guys that game. We gave them laying 3 against Georgia. We also gave them the under 156, and we beat that sucker by 15 points. All right? They got a lot of help yesterday. Crutcher put up 20. All right? Crutcher put up 20. He played 31 minutes. Obi Toppin, who ended up being the MVP of the game for them, put up 25 points in 27 minutes. This kid shot 2 of 3 from out deep, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. He was absolutely on point. 4 defensive rebounds. He had 2 takeaways, a block shot, 1 steal. Stayed out of foul trouble. The only one that got into foul trouble, which really wasn't a factor, was Trey Lamb's. Kid played 20 minutes, put up 5 points. All right. He shot 1 of 1 from the field, 4 of 4 from 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Channel SV Tech, all blowouts. Also, Casillas Winston was out for most of the game, though with 2 fouls early. I also like Shane Russell. I also like Virginia Tech over. Lahainai. Yeah, exactly, Joe. You know me. I can't pronounce names. Even if you tell me how to do it, I'll butcher it in 2 minutes. All right, guys. Dayton rolling hot. Well, they're actually rolling into a team that's just as hot as them, who's actually 6-0, guys. Mike Young's got the Hokies off to a killer start, and they actually got their statement win that they needed to put themselves on the map yesterday. All right, it doesn't matter what Virginia Tech does the rest of the season. They got their statement win. But I promise you, Mike Young's going to keep his players under control, and he's going to be pushing them to even more. All right, he's going to be pushing them to even more. Now, take a look at Clemson. Their first win, they beat them 67-60. Choppin State, they smashed 74-42. Whoops, beat them by 32. All right, USC Upstate, beat them 80-57, beat them by 23. Lehigh, beat them 79-53, beat them by 26. Delaware State, beat them by 36. Damn, Michigan State, beat them by 5. At one point, they were up 14, catching 13.5. We had a 27.5 point with like 9 minutes to go. Ended up winning by 5. Michigan State made a run out of it. Theory of the guy, if you make money, I will make you money. I'm going to make money, regardless if you guys are on board with us or not. That I promise you. I will definitely be making money. Well, here they get Dayton. All right, guys. Here we get Dayton. Right off the bat. You guys remember, I don't always agree with what our final score prediction puts out. And we'll go over that here in a second. We're going to go over that here in a second. The final score prediction, we'll go over that at the end. But when you're breaking down these two teams, and you take a look at them side by side, all right, both of them have a great offense so far. Both of them rolling great. We've got Dayton as the adjusted efficiency, the 21st best offense in Division I compared to the 37th of Virginia Tech. When it comes to defense, we're actually going to give a decent edge to Virginia Tech on defense. They play a better defensive game, better defensive sound game as well. All right, now, shooting from the field, no doubt about it. I think somebody just said in the chat. I'm not even in the live chat. Let me go back to the live chat. Chano S just said it. Dayton's number 1 shooting from the field at 61.7%. All right, Virginia Tech, no slouch either at 10th in Division I at 58.6%. The Division I average is 49%. Ryan says only 12 thumbs up. I don't know. Probably. Nobody likes to give us thumbs up. It's okay, though. It's okay. You guys don't like giving us thumbs up? That's okay. Just close down shop, hurt my feelings. Nah, I'm just teaching you guys. If you appreciate all the hard work, guys, do us a big favor. Give us a big thumbs up in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work. That way we know it as well. No, and Ryan, I see 60. I see 60 right now. But no, back to the theory of the guy. I trust you because you keep it real. Thank you for that. Always, man. Always. I will always keep it real. Both teams are going to shoot the ball exceptionally well. 3-point range. Dayton knocks down 34.3%. Respectable. Top 1/3 in Division I. They're 1.5% above the Division I average. However, they're going to be going up against a Virginia Tech defense, guys. The Hokies are an excellent team at defending the 3. Not only are they the best, one of the best, the top in the top 5 of shooting the 3 ball. They're actually the 11th best team in Division I so far early season at the defending the 3 ball. They're actually holding teams at 24.2%. So if Dayton thinks they're going to get clean looks, they already only knocked down 34%. They're going to be going up against a Hokies defense that holds teams to 24% shooting from out deep, all right? So Dayton's going to have their hands full shooting out deep. The Hokies are definitely going to have their hands in their face and not give them the opportunities, all right? Now, Virginia Tech knocking down the three ball 42.9% of the time. All right, 42.9% of every three-point shot taken is going in the hoop. That's their number 5. They're 5th in that category. All right, Dayton defending the three, very poor. All right, they're giving up 38.5% on average. So Virginia Tech, if Dayton can't defend the three, which I think they're going to struggle with today, they're going to have their hands full with a Virginia Tech team that's going to drop threes on them all game long. Now, Virginia Tech's cold, which so far through 6 games are not. But if they're cold, then Dayton will have a little easier job. Now, all those 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, dunk, this is why Dayton is number 1 in that category of shooting from the field, because they're knocking down 69.6% of all their 2-point plays. All their 2-point plays. Hold on one second, guys. Kish, I see you just jumped on board for the big combo package. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You should have access to premium plays already. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me make sure you have access to premium plays. Give me 1 second, guys. Because I know they jumped the gun on posting the packages, so I just want to make sure that when you do purchase one, you're getting access to it. So hang on 1 second. All right, so you have access to premium plays. I text out all my personal plays. So what I'm going to do, Kish, is I'm going to text you right now to your to the number that you just signed up on. And I was just down in your neck of the woods just a couple weeks ago down there in New Orleans, and we were in Biloxi for a little bit, hanging out with a couple of our viewers, Danny Daniels and Who Dat Bob. All right, Kish, I just sent you a text message letting you know it was me. And I'm texting you what I sent out. Now, some of my games have already started today. But here's the rest of them if you're watching. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, welcome aboard, Kish. Glad to have you on board with us. All right, making sure I didn't miss anything in the live chat. All right, now back to Dayton, back to Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's no slouch, knocking down all their 2-point plays anyways. They're knocking down 52.6% of all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, dunk. And Dayton is knocking down 69.6%. But Virginia Tech's defense should be able to give them some problems. They're holding teams to 44.2% from this category. Now, free throw shooting, give a slight edge to Dayton. These Dayton kids can shoot. If you give them an open look, you give them a free shot, they're going to knock it down most of the time, all right? Dayton knocking down 72.6% from the free throw line, 69.6%, just a tad bit low. However, they are a tenth of a percent more than the Division I average for Virginia Tech, all right? As far as who relies on what, the point distribution percentages, all right? Dayton relying on the three ball for only, not only, but even 30.9% is a fairly big number. However, Virginia Tech is a three-ball shooting son of a gun. They rely on the three ball for 49.7% of their points. All right, 49.7% of the points. They're actually second in this category. Believe it or not, there's a team higher than them. All right, now every 2-point play, Dayton's relying on 53.9% of their points scored to come from a 2-point play. That number is 38.6 for Virginia Tech. Free throw shooting, Dayton relies on the free throw shooting a little more at 15.2% compared to the 11.7 that Virginia Tech relies on the free throw. Now, bench minutes, both going to the bench for well over 30% of their minutes played by all personnel. And believe it or not, Dayton has the bigger team overall. Dayton has the more experienced team. Dayton has the bigger team as far as player size and matchup as well. When you take a look at what's on the Dayton side, Anthony Grant's got a great team. Obi Toppin, the 6'9" sophomore, Ryan Mixell, the 6'7" senior, Libby Watson, the 6'5" junior. He's got a fairly tall team and a fairly big team. And even more than that, I mean, they've got Jordy Tismega, the 6'11" junior, to fill in that center, and he gets a few minutes, not much, but he's there when they need that big guy to jump in there and try and get a big defensive rebound. They'll throw him in there. Now, Virginia Tech, they're not slouching either. I mean, they've got Noli, the 6'7" freshman, playing center for most of the time at the center position. They got PJ Horn that'll fill in a little bit if he needs to move over from power forward to center. He's 6'6" junior. Therese Radford, the 6'1" forward as well, freshman, a little bit on the smaller side. They'll have Hunter Corridor fill in for him as well. He'll get 29% of the minutes at the forward position. Same thing with Isaiah Wilkins. They move the players around quite a bit. But as far as size goes, size advantage is definitely headed towards Dayton by over an inch and a half, closer to 2 inches actually, which if it's a down low kind of game, if Dayton's able to defend the three and knock Virginia Tech off their game, Virginia Tech could have some trouble trying to get some clean looks down low. Now, 2-foul participation protocol, both participate in it. Both coaches allow their players to play with 2 fouls. Early, Anthony Grant letting the Dayton Flyers, 14.3% is the percentage so far early on for Dayton. What that number means, guys, is let's just say Obi Toppin picks up 2 fouls early in the first half. All right, he's going to allow his players to play up to 14.3% on average of the remaining available minutes into the end of the first half, as well as early into the second half. Okay, so if there's 10 minutes remaining, he's going to play 14% of them, roughly a minute and a half. Not much. All right, not much. He's not going to risk one of his players, Jalen Crutcher, Rodney Chapman, Obi Toppin, Trey Landers, getting in foul trouble and ride the bench for the entire last part of the first half into the second half. He's definitely not going to want to risk that. Now, it's a tad bit higher when you're taking a look at Virginia Tech. Mike Young trusts his players, and he'll allow them to play up to 23.3% of the time with the 2 fouls. Landry Znali, Wasabi Beatty, Allanan, PJ Horn, Ketteror. He'll trust his players to play up to 23% of the remaining available minutes with that second foul. Historically, they haven't really got into too much foul trouble, and they've been very, 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 very good. So it's definitely not a stat that we see here that will push the total even higher by limiting less defensive play. Both teams going to play a lockdown D and a very strong defense. Shapendi Lulo, thank you for joining us. Always glad to have you. Always glad to have you with us. All right, what we're going to do now, as far as this game goes, as far as a lean on this game, I'm going to be very bold on this game. But as far as this game goes, I do like a side on it. All right, it's game 655, 656. I do like Virginia Tech. I like them getting 4 points. I think this is going to be a very close game. All right, I do think it's going to be a very close game. I think Virginia Tech not only covers the 4, I think they move on in the winner's bracket. I think they get the big win today. I think it's going to be the 3 ball that does it for them. I think it's going to be the fact that Dayton has struggled defending the 3 ball. And I think they're going to continue to struggle to defend the 3 ball effectively today. Or tonight, excuse me, here in 30 minutes. Look for that 3 ball to be red hot from Virginia Tech. It's been red hot so far through their first 6 games of the season. I think it'll continue to be red hot today. And Dayton's in for a world of hurt trying to defend it because they move the ball extremely well. And they should have no problem moving the ball around. And I think the betting world's in for a shock with Virginia Tech not only covering the 4, but I'll put the bold prediction. Game 655, 656. Virginia Tech's plus 170 on the money line, folks. So I'd put a nice little sprinkle on Virginia Tech on the money line to get the job done because I honestly think they advance. I think they advance in the Maui Invitational, no doubt about it. All right, I think they advance. And is it going to be an easy game? No. I do not think it's going to be an easy game. I think it's going to be a very close back and forth. Oh, maybe they blow them out with the 3 ball. But I honestly think it's going to be a very, very, very close game. As far as the over and under goes on it, total set at 125, all right? Low total. Or no, sorry, wrong game. I'm looking at the wrong number. Total set at 135 on this game. It opened up at 134. We actually have a final score prediction. Very close on the total. And you guys could actually write this one down. We'll see just how close our system is. Our system has Virginia Tech winning the game by 1, 67-66. China West, they definitely protect the ball. So we have a final score of 67-66, which is not enough. I mean, the total opened up at 134, 133. It moved to 134. Not enough for me to want to put a bet on the total. Not one bit. So I definitely like Virginia Tech here plus the 4 and a little sprinkle on the money line. All right, guys, hang on 1 second. All right, where'd my live chat go? All right, so I'm back. Now, what I want to do is I want to break down one more game for you guys. All right, going to break down one more game for you guys. Most of my plays have already started. We still have a couple left. And we got a good one for you guys. Ohio up 24-3. You guys forgetting to give me the updates or what? We're up. There's 3 scores we're up. Remember, we need to be up by 4 scores to cover. And Western Michigan, Northern Illinois struggling to put any points on the board today. But it's college football and anything can happen. Anything can happen. Richmond and Auburn just starting. What's our beloved Wichita State doing? They're up by 20, 11.5 to go. Laying 3.5, up by 20. Steve Aguilar, great show. I'm from Costa Rica, trying to see if I can win some bets. Thank you. Matter of fact, what I want to do is, while I pull up the next game that we're going to break down, I would love to ask you guys, especially the newer people that are just now subscribing or just now finding us, where'd you find us? Did you type something into the search box to find our videos? Did you see us on another page? Did you see one of our advertisement videos on Colin Coward's The Herd Show? Did you find our video on, or our advertisement on Bleacher Report, Lock It In, somebody else's YouTube channel, SBR? Just curious where you guys found our channel from, out of curiosity. So if you guys will post in the comments where you guys found us, as long as it ain't in the gutter, let us know. Post it up. We have ads on his YouTube channel, yeah. But yeah, no, we do. We actually have quite a few. Matthew, awesome. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. I'd imagine most come from a YouTube search. Awesome, Steve. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear. Now, if you guys ever do see our videos, or not our daily videos, but like an advertisement video, and you'll see the big difference. There's no free play in the advertisement video, but if you see an advertisement video on another YouTube channel like Colin Coward the Herd or Bleacher Report or something like that, do me a favor, shoot me a message, let me know. Curious where you guys see our ads pop up at. Jose, I found you from talking exactly. Robert Beeman, Bozo told me if I wanted to win, go to Cappers Nation. Channel S, I was looking for free picks on YouTube, and you came up. Fantastic. Tito, I googled guy with shades that likes to hit with a mofo. I'm gonna have to use that hashtag so it starts popping up. That would be hilarious. And you guys will start seeing, we've got some different ads coming out and some good, there's actually a lot coming out. So you'll probably see a big change here in the future. Hopefully it will relate to more live viewers. Not to say that you 104 are not enough. You guys are actually plenty. But you guys might see some more live viewers. A lot of money being pumped into advertising and getting word of the live show out. And some big changes coming. Not only to the website, but some big changes overall coming, and they're damn good. Brian Watts, I found you, Kyle, on YouTube when you just started. Absolutely, I remember that. You were one of our first viewers, especially watching live. I see you on SBR today, Jimmy the Bag Show. Yeah, we've got an ad popping up over there. Steven Aguilar singing a bet on the Clippers game. Is it safe to bet? Spread -1 Clippers. I like the Clippers today. Clippers are very attractive today. All right. Next breakdown. Next breakdown that we're going to do. We're going to do the Kansas and BYU game. All right, that game does not start for a little under 3 hours, 2 hours and 50 minutes. All right. That game starts 10:30 Eastern time. Another Maui Invitational game. And it's going to be a good time. And it's going to be a good game. And we're going to put some more money in your pocket very shortly. So don't go nowhere. So don't go nowhere, because it's coming right up. Okay, got everything up. Jose says, Kansas doesn't seem to cover big spreads. I can't never figure that Kansas team out. Well, hopefully we can dissect it for you guys a little bit more. All right, got it up. Keith Davis, YouTube. Chase said, check you out. Oh, awesome. We love Chase. We need to bring Chase on. Oh, guys, remind me tomorrow. First of all, we'll be live tomorrow. All right, tomorrow is Wednesday. We'll be live tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. All right, we'll be back to our normal time tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. And then starting Thanksgiving Day, we'll be live. We're doing our Saturday and Sunday schedule, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that 4-day stretch, we're going to be live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. So if you miss a live show in the morning on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, just go ahead and watch the archive version. We'll have a lot of great stuff in it. All right? Fantastic. Another Ohio TD. I love it. That puts us in the covering department. But remind me, guys, tomorrow, barbershop talk. It's some good ones. Remind me. Just say, hey, Kyle, you said you had something to tell us. Something about client privacy and how you respect it and you honor it. Damn straight I do. Because there's something that all of you should know and be aware of what somebody else and other services are doing. So remind me that tomorrow. I'm going to piss off some more people. You guys want to piss some people off tomorrow? Remind me tomorrow. All right, let's break down this BYU-Kansas game. How about that game? 6:57, 6:58. How's that intro? All right. Kansas opened up as an 11-point favorite. They're now laying 12. And believe it or not, that line was actually 10.5 earlier today. That line was 10.5 this morning. And it opened up at 11. It dropped straight to 10.5. And now some money is pouring in on Kansas. And I know why. All right, and I'm going to tell you why. All right, line is actually up to 11 in one book, 11.5 in another. Most of them have all already moved to 12. Total opened up at 143.5. It is up to 145.5 at the Westgate. And let's take a look at these two teams, all right? Let's take a look at BYU, 4-2 on the year. Four and two on the year, all right? Started out the year with a win over Cal State Fullerton. Lovely Cal State team that usually plays fairly tough on the West Coast. They beat them by 18. Then they came and they played San Diego State, SDSU. They lost by 5, 76-71. Then they played Southern Utah, 68-63. They got a win. They played Houston. They snuck by on the road, 72-71. They lost to Boise State in overtime, 72-68. And then they got a big win over UCLA last night. Smashing UCLA, 78-63. Penny Lulu, am I going to have NFL Thursday on my personal plays? Yes, we'll have NFL plays on my Thursday packages, or on my personal plays on Thursday. Premium plays will have them, and my personal plays will have NFL. But let's be honest, UCLA got hurt when they lost to Hofstra. It actually showed us a lot about that team. Now, I actually had UCLA on my radar for this game against BYU last night. There was things that I like about UCLA. But it was their loss against Hofstra that actually opened up my eyes to a couple holes in their program. And one of our viewers here, there he is, Mr. Tom Weiner, sent me a text last night asking what I thought about UCLA. And straight up, I even told him that if it's the same team that comes out and plays like they did against Hofstra, it's a straight loser. And the points that you had to lay on UCLA, it just was not worth it. It was 100% stay away. And it was a definite stay away because the same team that came out against Hofstra came out against BYU, and BYU got their big win to open up the Maui Invitational. Joe Wong tuning in. Damn straight. Joe Wong been with us forever. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. 888-561-8923. That's what the number was. That's what the number's still the same. We don't change our numbers. we could actually afford an 800 number for you guys, especially from our international clients in Canada. You just call the 888 number and it's on our dime. You don't have to call an international number to a cell phone. So BYU, big win yesterday, guys. Now, let's take a look at Kansas. 4-1 on the year. I'm glad we took a pass too there, Tom. I'm glad we took a pass too. Bill Sheff's Jayhawks, guys. They opened up the year with a heartbreaking loss against Duke. They lost 68-66 to start the year. A neutral site game, Madison Square Gardens, if you guys remember. They came back. They beat UNC Greensboro. They beat them by 12. They beat Monmouth by like 200. JD, yeah, it's the same number. 888-561-8923. That number has never changed. They came back. They beat East Tennessee State. They actually struggled against them. They beat them by 12. They pulled ahead at the end. East Tennessee State had them on their heels for a while, especially in the first half, but they came back and they pulled away. Chaminade, they absolutely dominated, beat them by 30, and semi-away game. And here they are, another neutral site game, and it's going to be a good game against BYU. It's going to be a good game against BYU. Bill Sheff's going to have his team 100% dialed in and ready. And remember, guys, this is a Kansas team that actually has experience. Out of their starting 5, all right, they're going to start one freshman. All right, they'll have one freshman starting. A lot of returning players. Devin Dotson, 6'2", senior point guard. He's back. Marcus Garrett, the 6'5" junior. He's back, the shooting guard, all right? Achi Abiji, he's back. 6'5" sophomore. Now, I can't pronounce the freshman's name. Tristan Inaruna, I believe it is how you pronounce it. The 6'8" freshman. It's a big kid. All right. Azubuike, the 7-foot senior down low. The 7-foot senior down low. What a beast that kid is. Azubuike will be a huge factor in this game, going up against a BYU team. I mean, Colby Lee is a big kid. He's 6'9", all right, the sophomore. Dalton Nixon, 6'7", senior. Jake Tolson, 6'5", senior. BYU's got some experience too. Don't let that fool you. I mean, hell, even TJ Haas, 6'4" point guard. Pretty damn tall point guard. When you're talking Division I, usually you find a 6'1". Fast Freddy, don't butcher their names. Okay, I apologize. 2-1 Boston. I like seeing that. Now, taking a look at both these teams side by side. Let's compare them real quick. Get you guys on a free play. Send you on your merry way and put money in your pocket. Jamar Dickey, Arizona State better get it together. Remember, it's early. It's early. Down by 5. No big deal. Remember, they're playing 0-4 Princeton. Princeton's bound to get a win sooner or later, but it ain't going to be today. Hopefully Arizona State covers the spread. Now, Kansas. Adjusted efficiency on offense. We've got them ranked as the 14th best offense in Division I with 109.8 for an adjusted efficiency score. Going up against BYU, which, believe it or not, we've got as the 44th ranked offense, so no slouch there. Now, the big difference is going to be on the defensive side of things. All right, we have Kansas as the 9th best ranked defense in all categories. When you combine them together in our system, we have them the 9th best compared to the 107th of BYU. Now, shooting from the field, going to give the edge to Kansas, knocking down 57.4% to the 52.7% of BYU. 3 balls. Slight edge BYU, knocking down 38.1%. Kansas hitting 36.7%. Where both of these teams excel is defending the 3 ball. Both teams holding opposing teams, to 27.1% identical. Identical numbers defending the 3 ball. All right, both of these teams are going to defend the 3 fantastic. All right. Now, every 2-point play, every jump shot, layup, and dunk, Kansas knocking down 58.7% of all their 2-point plays, compared to BYU hitting 50%. And here's the big difference. BYU is holding teams to 50.4% of all their 2-point plays being made. All right. Kansas limiting teams to 42.4%. Well under, 4.4% under the Division I average. Now shooting free throws, slight edge to Kansas. Not much. Kansas knocking down 70% even from the free throw line compared to the 68.1% slight edge BYU knocking down 70% from the free throw line, just 68.1% for Kansas. But that big man, not the best shooting the three balls at 7 foot. 3-1 Boston, very nice, very nice. For everybody that doesn't know, we have Boston on the money line. I think they were minus $1.20 is what I bet them at. Or no, I got them at 125 when I bet it as one of our NHL package plays. Now, bench minutes, both go to the bench over 25%, 25.7% for Kansas, 26.1% of all minutes played by bench personnel coming off the bench for BYU. 2-foul participation protocol. Big difference between the two. BYU allows their players to play in it up to 8% so far early in the season. Mark Pope is not a big believer in allowing his players to play with 2 fouls. He doesn't trust Colby Lee, Dalton Nixon, Jake Tolson, even though they're experienced, a group of primarily senior. I mean, they got 3 starting seniors. He still is not going to risk them getting in early foul trouble and have to go to the bench. Doesn't want to for that sole reason. One of those players on BYU picks up a foul early on in the first half. They're going to be riding the bench for a very long time. Now, Kansas. All right, Kansas. Bill Sheff, the exact opposite. Now, he's not real big. It's not a big number. It's not in the 30s or the 40%. It's actually 20.4%. So what that stat exactly means is, let's just say, we'll base it off the first half. All right, let's just say Azubuike picks up his second foul in the first half at the 10-minute mark. It means there's 10 minutes remaining in the first half. All right, what that means is he's on average, all right, Coach Bill Sheff for the Kansas Jayhawks is on average going to allow his player to play up to 20.4% of the remaining minutes available of that first half and early on in the second half, all right? And hope that they play a defensive sound game and don't take a cheap foul swatting the ball or anything like that. So what that means is if there's 10 minutes remaining in the first half, he's going to play probably 2 of them. He's going to squeeze in an extra 2 minutes before he sits them down on the bench. Now, when you have 2 teams with a high percentage, generally that opens up the defense. Nobody wants to risk that third foul, so you're driving down low and nobody's taking a cheap swat at a ball or trying to take a sloppy steal and risk that third foul. Okay, those numbers play big when you've got a team like Auburn that plays in it, or another team that generally will go over the total where the coach will allow them to play in the 30 percentile. So not a big factor in this game, especially with Kansas. Kansas is definitely an experienced team, especially in big game and tournament situation, especially returning Azubuike, the senior, Abaji, sophomore who played last year, great form, Garrett, a junior, and Dotson, a sophomore who's returning. So a lot of these kids for Kansas have great big game experience, not just the longevity experience of being a senior like you're going to find on BYU, and there's 3 of their starting 5 being seniors, but you're going to find out the kids at Kansas actually have big game experience. So big game and big situation experience. So diving into these 2 teams, I do have a very strong opinion on it, and not just a strong opinion, but I have an actual free play for you guys. Now, this is what we gave it out at. You're going to find a slightly different line, and that's okay. All right, that's okay. I'm not too concerned with it. When we gave it out earlier, I gave it out to my personal play clients, and believe it or not, it's also a premium play. All right, it's also a premium play, but free play, Kansas laying 10.5 is what we gave it out at. All right, that's what we gave it out at. Let me type it in the comment section here. That's what the line was when we gave it out. We all know the line has shifted and it's moved a little bit. It's now laying 12 in most spots. So we beat the closing line by 1.5 points. Matter of fact, we actually beat the opening line by 0.5 point because we put it out early. All right, we put it out early. Once we started betting it, when I was saying that not only was there a line movement, but we helped. Paul, how are you, sir? Thanks for joining us. We helped actually move the line. If you watch the timely line movement from when we released premium plays, we pushed the line up a half a point. All right. We pushed it from 10.5 back to 11. And then once we released it to all my personal play clients, we were able to move the line again. So especially offshore, I have a lot of clients that bet at 5 dimes. And believe it or not, we have a lot of clients here locally as well that bet here in the casino. I know Jamar bets locally when he comes into town, as well as everybody else that's already here. So especially for a big holiday weekend. So free personal play, Kansas, lay the 12. You guys are going to get 12, so lay the 12. I'm not too concerned with a 1.5. I really like 10.5 better than I do 12. So maybe I would back it down just a tad bit, just in case it's a little bit closer of a game than we're expecting. But honestly, the extra 1.5, I'm not too concerned with one bit. So remember, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel right now, first of all, do yourself a favor. Right down below, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. Then when you're done hitting that button, and if you're on your phone or your mobile device, X out of the live chat. Hit that little X in the upper left-hand corner. X out of the live chat. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. Reason why? You'll be notified every single time we go live. All right? Or we post a daily free play video. You'll be notified. You'll get that video. You'll be notified that we're live. You come join us, break down games, put some money in your pocket. Hell, between the 4 leans that I gave out yesterday that I actually said I was betting. Remember, I don't bet all the leans. And I'm honest with you guys. When I'm betting them, I tell you I am. When I'm not, I'll tell you I'm not betting them. But we gave out 4 leans that I bet yesterday, and I told you guys that. We went 4-0. We gave out 3 free plays yesterday, daily free consensus play, a huge premium play. That's the size of a guaranteed Saturday, as well as a big personal play of mine on George Mason, plus the 4.5. All won. That's 7-0 free plays for watching the live show. 7-0. Now, we'll only count it towards 3-0 because the official free plays was 3-0. All right? So hit that subscribe button, and then when you're done with that, if you appreciate all the hard work that we do to bring you guys the free winning plays 7 days a week, 365 days a year, it don't matter if I'm dying in my hospital bed or here, do us a favor, give us a big thumbs up on the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work. Brad Dale, a real capper, wouldn't have you buying points. Well, nobody told you to buy a point on this game, sir. I said that I bet it at 10.5 earlier, but thanks for stopping by, Brad. And you're right. I'm not a real capper. Definitely not. I'm just a cheesehead, right? I'm just a cheesehead. Just a rich guy with a big pocket who likes to wear a flashy Rolex. So, yeah. So, enjoy that free play, guys. And remember, hit that subscribe button. We'll be live tomorrow, back at our normal time, not in the evening, all right? Actually, Tom, that's a compliment. That's a compliment. But we'll be back at our normal time tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. And remind me, guys, to tell you some juice. Tell you the juice. The juice. All right? And everybody go buy a half a point on something just to piss off Brad. I'd rather be a cheesehead than considered a self-imposed title-wearing sharp. I don't know. Do I sound like it? Could be from Wisconsin. Could be from Chicago. Damn, he said Chicago. All right, guys, enjoy that free play. We'll be live tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Okay, Brad. See you later. Thanks for joining us. Come on, Mark. Don't give it away. You're going to buy it up a half a point and get the plus money. Somebody did that yesterday on the Ravens, bought it up to 6.5. I forget who it was. I think it was Jerry posted on my Twitter that he loved my enthusiasm in the breakdown and bought it up to 6.5 and took the plus money. Marquise, would I take it at 12.5? I would, but I'd probably back it down. I loved it at 10.5. Actually, I loved it at 11. I'm not too concerned with an extra, point and a half from where it opened. So if you get it at 12.5, you get it at 12.5. Maybe back it down just a tad bit, just to be on the safe side. I'd hate for it to land at 12 and you lose, and everybody that was on a personal play or my personal plays or the premium play win because we got it out at 10.5. Now, I do apologize. If we would have had the show earlier in the day, you guys would have actually got the 10.5 or possibly 11, maybe even 11.5, depending on how late we went. So, yeah, definitely there's games all day long tomorrow, and we'll have daily free play video out here in just a little bit. I'll be filming that here shortly. But we have college basketball starting at 11 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow, going all day, all night long. Real cheeseheads bet the Packers every game. I'm definitely not a real cheesehead. Definitely not a real cheesehead. And remember, no college football tomorrow. College basketball, NBA. College basketball, NBA. 2468. Who do we appreciate? College basketball. Chip, what's going on, buddy? Always glad to have you. We'll be live on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at our weekend time slot, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. And we'll be live tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I am out of here. It's already 5 o'clock. I'm going to go film our video for the daily free play video. Karen C., did you go to any of the college basketball in Vegas last few days? No, I have not. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss all. Thomas, tell me Wichita's. It's over? Done with? Or are we just up by like 90? Wichita State winner by 23. First personal play is in the books with a big win. Wichita State laying 3.5. Happy clients, happy life. Happy wife, happy life as well, they say. And so you definitely got to do that as well. But no, I did not get to go to any of the college basketball tournament games in town. I was hoping to. Unfortunately, no. I'm actually leaving to go out of town. Supposed to leave tomorrow. I'm either leaving tomorrow, which is our planned day to leave. But worst case scenario is I'll leave Thursday immediately following our live show. I'll have the motorhome in tow with the Jeep at the office, and we'll leave from the office Thursday early morning. But no, I'm headed out of town, and don't worry, live shows are going to commence. I've already got made arrangements for where I'm going. I might even bring that cool backdrop with me. Don't worry, the barbershop pole is coming because that's just a picture. But the backdrop may even come with me. We'll see. We'll see. But we're gonna film from on location. We're going camping for Thanksgiving. So we're taking the motorhome up to the snow. So don't bear with me if I'm freezing cold and teeth are chattering. But we're gonna have a good time this weekend. So good luck, everybody. Enjoy that free play. Let's make some money tonight. And all hail a Kansas blowout. Mashin Satari took the Ravens at minus 10.5 with a prop plus 240. Fantastic. I love it. I love it. JD, man, you're always, hey, no, better late than never. Better late than never to find us. And everybody's always welcome to hang with us here at Cappers Nation Live. It's always a great time. All right, guys, I know I've said this like 57 times already, but subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that thumbs up button. Enjoy that free play. Let's make some money this Tuesday. Don't get ahead of myself. It's only Tuesday. 3-0 on free plays so far. So hopefully we'll be 5-0 when it's all said and done. All right, guys? And hopefully after all the leans we gave, at least the ones that we're betting, hopefully we'll be 6-0. All right, guys. Take it easy. And we see you mañana. See you later, guys. For everybody that's driving, Karen, drive safe. Everybody else, drive safe this holiday. Don't drink and drive. Don't do anything stupid. That way we can see you guys live tomorrow.